The John A. Logan College Teaching and Learning Center presents the Logan Defenders podcast, featuring the college's cybersecurity team, coached by Mark Rogers.
My name is Jessa Gramenz. I am with the John A. Logan Defenders, and I will be going over social media safety. Everyone loves to share, but what you may not realize is that someone other than your friends can see what you share. You have to make sure that what you share is appropriate for the whole world to see. You don't want to share your personal information or personal information of your friends or family. You should never share your address, phone number, password. You have to make sure you think before you post. If it's hurtful, you don't want to share it. There are several controversial debates going on right now, so it's easy to get involved. But you have to be careful and think before you post, because what you share could be used against you potentially later on. First, I'm going to start talking about Facebook. A lot of times on Facebook, people will share videos and pictures and links. You just have to be careful what you click on, because oftentimes you'll get redirected. Once you've left Facebook, there's a possibility that you could visit a site other than the one you intended. Sometimes people create websites that look like one thing, but it's actually a fake website. You can look these up if you want. There's like phishing websites, phishing emails. I'm sure you've heard of those. So you just have to be really careful, because these sites are filled with misleading links and pop-ups. Your best bet is just to get back on Facebook and continue to what you're doing. I know a lot of times people don't really know how to change their privacy settings on Facebook, so I set up a little slide where it kind of shows you on the desktop site what you're going to want to do. There will be a little purple dinosaur in the right-hand corner. You'll want to click on that. Go to Privacy Checkup. You can change who can see your posts, who can contact you, and pretty much a lot of the important privacy settings are just bundled into this little guy right here. So you'll want to check that out. Make sure that only your friends can read your posts. You don't want to make them public unless, it's something like I just graduated college, something like that you would want the world to see. Just make sure something controversial. If you really insist on posting it, make sure only your friends can see it so it can't be used against you later on. There are several privacy settings you should utilize to protect yourself. Who can contact me? You'll want to change the settings so only friends can message you. That'll save you a lot of trouble from people you don't know messaging you. But also, if you're ever on any of these swap sites online, you'll want to make sure to check your other folder if you do that, because you might miss some messages from people that you're trying to buy stuff from. Just a heads up. Also, change the settings for friend requests to friends of friends. That way you don't get somebody from like Zimbabwe or something. If you don't know anyone from Zimbabwe, you definitely don't want to make friends with people that you have no ties to, just because it could be somebody completely different. You have no idea what they actually want. You just have to be very careful. And you'll want to make sure to turn your location history off. That way, if somebody is trying to find you, it's better safe than sorry. Unfortunately, in this day and age, you have to be very careful what you post and what you share, because if somebody wants to find you, you don't want them to be able to. Also, you'll want to limit your audience, because a lot of times if you share something public 4 years ago, you're not going to remember to go back through all those posts and change it back to friends only. So you'll want to limit your audience so that it goes back through all those old posts and it changes them to where it's friends only. And also, timeline review is very helpful, because if someone tags you in a picture of yourself that you don't really like, you can review it before it posts to your wall and remove it if you want to. And I know a lot of people use Facebook on their smartphone. They use the app. So I also included how to change your settings on that. You'll want to go to your privacy. You'll go over to the right-hand corner where it says More. You'll click on that, and then there will be a section that says Privacy Shortcuts. You'll click on that, and then you'll go to location history. You can turn all that off, or you can, change your settings for messages, stuff like that. limit old posts. You can do timeline review on there, everything. So pretty much everything you can do on the desktop version, you can do on the app. I know with different apps, there are different privacy settings. So I included Snapchat just because I know that's another popular social media app that everybody uses. So on the opening screen, you'll select the option in the lower left-hand corner, and you'll see a wheel in the upper right-hand corner. You'll want to select that. Make sure your mobile number is deselected whenever it says allow my friends to find me, because anyone with your phone number can look you up, including someone with an unupdated contact list that mistakes you for someone they haven't updated their number for. So if you got a new number but it's somebody else's old number, you might get somebody trying to get a hold of the person that used to have the number. So you just got to make sure you don't get unwanted Snapchats from people or send it to the wrong person. Under who can, select send me snaps. Make sure you change that to my friends. That way you don't get any ads or unsolicited snaps. Also select view my story and change that to friends, or you can even customize it to where, say, you don't want your mom and dad to see what you snap. You can change that too. Just make sure you don't have anybody that is on your story that you don't want to be. Twitter, the appeal of Twitter is that it's random. Everything you come across is just fun and it's wild, but you have to remember that a lot of people can see that. Even if you block someone, they can still see your tweets. So you have to be very careful, especially whenever you share a wild tweet and somebody can retweet it and favorite it, and somebody might come across it that you weren't expecting. Make sure you set up login verifications so your account is more secure. Under Security and Privacy, find the section Login Verification and select Send Login Verifications to your phone number. Make your Twitter private if you have controversial tweets. I cannot stress that enough, because what you might find funny, somebody else might find offensive. So you're going to want to be careful, especially if you're in college. You're going to be looking for a job soon, and you have to make sure those things don't come back to haunt you later. How to make your Twitter private. It has to be done on the desktop version of Twitter. You'll go to your profile, select Settings. Under Settings, select Security and Privacy. Check the box, Protect My Tweets. Make sure to change or save the changes at the bottom, because if you don't save it, then it won't go through. A lot of people don't realize their Twitter account is often linked to their phone number or email. Just because your name isn't the same as it is on Facebook, your employer or future employers may be able to see all those crazy tweets and they might not approve. Under Security and Privacy, find the section named Discoverability and be sure the two boxes are unchecked to the right and select Save Changes, and that way they won't be able to find you through your phone number or your email. And that's all.